Okay, so this formula, we're using cosine of alpha minus cosine beta, and this is kind of the special one of the group. This is a negative 2 sine, and it's the only one with that negative, alpha plus beta over 2 times sine alpha minus beta over 2. Okay, so again, alpha is here, beta is here. Now, this is also one of the first times we're seeing radians. There's not really any particular reason why so few of these examples have radians in them. I usually just grab questions out of like books and things like that. Most of them were in degrees. Radians can work just as easily. It's the same exact process. So don't neglect them in the bigger picture. You've got cosine. You've got negative 2 sine. We're adding, so pi over 12 plus 5 pi over 12 over 2 sine pi over 12 minus 5 pi over 12 over 2. And so this gives you negative 2 sine. This is 6 pi over 12 over 2, and sine of negative 4 pi over 12 over 2. 6 pi over 12, maybe we should finish it over here, or just simplify it. 6 pi over 12 over 2 is pi over 2 over 2, which is pi over 2 times a half, pi over 4. So this becomes negative 2 sine pi over 4 sine, and then you have negative 4 pi over 12 over 2. That's negative pi over 3 over 2, negative pi over 3 times a half, negative pi over 6. Now, I'm actually going to go one more step with this that's different, and it's not because it's radians. It's because we have a negative inside of this function, and that's not very common. So when we see that, use your even and odd function characteristics. Sine is an odd function, right? And so that means that sine of negative pi over 6 is the same as negative sine of pi over 6. So this gives us negative 2 sine pi over 4 times negative sine pi over 6. And I'm going to move that negative out front and ultimately have a positive answer. If it was cosine, we would have just gotten rid of the negative altogether because that's the characteristics of an even function. And this is not a guarantee. It doesn't necessarily have to happen. It did not happen just because this is the one negative identity. It just depends on the scenario. Okay?